Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it's a pleasure to be back here at another cast with Trend Following Tyson. We're going to get to the markets because the markets are exciting. The trends we're following right now are really exciting. There's some really good things going on there. I don't want you guys to miss those big moves. Man, it's just some special activity going on there. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and get to, I never told you guys about good bets and bad bets. So let me tell you guys about good bets and bad bets from Larry Hite, and then we'll proceed into the trend picture. So this is a quote from Larry Hite, one of the best trend followers. He's really, really systematic trend follower, kind of like one of the fathers of systematic trend following. Very successful in that aspect. So let's get into this quote from Larry Hite. There are just 4 kinds of bets. There are good bets, bad bets, bets that you win, and bets that you lose. Winning a bad bet can be the most dangerous outcome of all, because a success of that kind can encourage you to take more bad bets in the future, when the odds will be running against you. You can also lose a good bet no matter how sound the underlying proposition. But if you keep placing good bets over time, the law of averages will be working for you. So this is about placing good bets over time so that the law of averages can work in your favor. But there are good bets, bad bets, bets that you win, and bets that you lose. Okay? So don't make it a habit of making bad bets because you can win on a bad bet. You can lose on a good bet. But consistently over time, do you want to focus your career on making bad bets that win when eventually they're going to run their course and you're going to run into a crash collision? Or do you want to place good bets that you may lose sometimes, but over a period of time, those good bets are going to work in your favor? The law of averages will be working for you, quote unquote, from Larry Hite. So let's get into the trend picture. So now that we've discussed good bets and bad bets, alright? You guys heard about good bets and bad bets, alright? So if you want to be successful in the market, alright, over a long period of time, you need to get conscientious and accustomed to making good bets. Alright, boom. Trend picture LXRX. Alright, we looked at this thing when we first started out the week. I prefer to have got to you guys in the middle of the week. I'll do a better job of that. But before we close out, we'll just look at everything that we had started with. So LXRX, we were looking at here, starting out the beginning of the week. Alright, in this $12 area, and we've totally held all of this 12 and clearly came into near 13. We've hit 13 and came down. So I like for us to hold this price. So a lot of continuation on LXRX this week from where we started at. All right, we were looking at it at 12 for it to hold 12, and we totally just, all right. Good bets. Good bets. Good bets on this show is when you just follow good trends, right? When you stick to the rules. Stick to the winners and cut your losers. That's the only good bets we're making here. All right. I saw something interesting on Fitbit. A lot of continuation, a lot of strength here. All right. So I like Fitbit to hold this strength that it's been holding and to continue up. Alright? A lot of strength on Fitbit. Let's pan out. Alright? Hasn't even begun to get anywhere near where it can be. Alright? So if we start breaking out of this area here, 705, and we're getting close to it. If we break out of 705, guys, we break out of 7, the next stops, you know, we start knocking, we can possibly start knocking some dominoes down. So you see it breaking out of consolidation there on the long term, and then you pan in and you start seeing it had broke out of this area, alright, and then it broke out of this area, alright, and then now we're moving up. Alright, so if we get, now we're already into this gap. So if we start continuing here, we've already gotten to this gap that's right here. Alright, we've already sitting right inside of it. So I like for continuation on Fitbit. I like to follow all my uptrends. I like to take a look at calls. I haven't really found a good call picture for you guys yet, but I'll get one soon, and we'll start looking at the calls that I'm writing on some of this stuff here. Alright. We'll start looking at some calls together, so to speak. So here we go. Here's this HIMX, HIMX. I like what it's doing here, breaking out of this area. Alright. Hit a bottom here, and it's starting to reverse this pattern now. Okay. Hit this bottom, found the bottom here. Higher highs here, higher highs here, higher highs here. Alright, so we've got 3 consistent sets of higher highs and higher lows. And we're sitting at this area here, which is some type of resistance. So I like for this to continue. Stop yourself out underneath this candle here. Alright? Stop yourself out underneath that candle. I like how this looks though. HIMX. Wow, super big winner here. Remember we were looking at this thing coming into the week, and I said we wanted to start off on a green June, right? And I said this stock had been, I like how this stock had been holding these prices. Wow, and I added some more size into this thing. We got into 20. The first stock, I'd like to give a, I wish I had a round of applause type of a deal here on this. But great trading on HEAR. This is the first stock that we've been following. We like to buy our stocks at reasonable prices and kind of let them show us the best upside they can give us. So this is the first one we started looking at in the $6 and $7 area, and now we're over $20. We're in the $20 area. Okay, when sessions opened today, and actually when we were inside the week and we went green here, I said, you know what, that's enough. I just started adding more, and we got these pops here, and now we're in 20. So that's a really good stock, really good winner, home run on this show. So don't take your eyes off HEAR. That may have definitely some upside left to it. Beautiful stock that we've been following since near $7. All right. Over $20 today, alright? Wow, what a winner. What a winner. Macy's, wait a second. No, this ain't the Macy's I'm looking for. MACY. Here it is. I was going to say. Alright, guys. Trying to get Macy's here. Oh, here it is. Sorry. This is it. Alright, guys. Macy's. Listen here. I had 39, 41, 42, and 43 dollar calls on here. My 39s and 41s, basically all those calls I bought at like 2 and 3 cents. Alright? If you look on my Twitter, you can see. I bought those Macy calls at 39, 41, 42, and 43. Those 39 calls I bought for 2 and 3, it was either 2 or 3 cents, $2 or $3 total. right? Those things are at like $1.60 per call now. So that's like, you know, like $200, $180 off of a $2 and $3 call on just those 39. And the 40 ones are at like a buck or something. All right, roughly around there. Okay, and I sold those 39s and 40, those 39 and 41 calls. Major profits on those. Wow. So I've just been following this Macy strength, right? Pop up here into 41 today, and then it closed down on itself. But I like for this thing to open through 40. I like for this thing to open through 40 and continue through 41. I'd like for that to happen. I mean, I'm not saying I'd like for it. That's what's logically looking like with the chart behavior. Looks like this thing's in a rush. So I'm holding 42 and 43 calls. And, you know, once we get back through 41, this is going to be interesting. But this has been all really good trading. All right? And you can follow the strength on that long, too. If you want to buy the stock on this, I'd like the stock below, you know, I like for it to hold 39. This area, 39.40, 39.50, to hold the strength in here. And then, boom, continue on. Business as usual. Man, we're hitting some home runs. TNDM, let's take a look at it, guys. This thing hasn't hit 20 like HEAR, but it's darn good stock. Look at the consistency and the price action along the chart here. Huh? My golly, right? We haven't even really got to, I don't know how to say this. In my eyes, we haven't really got to the upside that this chart has to offer yet. So we always take positions based on what the chart says it can possibly offer us for upside. And in my opinion, the upside, the continuation's been sort of what we expected, but we haven't got to where I think that this stock can get to yet. So we came from watching this stock from $6 and $7, and I got along at 7, up to $15.64 where we're at now. And the upside is showing clearly even into at least 20 here, because we're already inside this red candle. We're already over it. So we're already inside of it on the other side here. Remember when I said patterns kind of like to just match each other and mirror each other? So we got dominoes to knock over here on this side to knock this over. But the strength, when you look at it on the 1 year, on the yearly, just nothing but just bullishness. Just stock is just, so hold on to the whipsaws, hold on, just surf this thing until it starts to really close down on itself and this trend starts to reverse. But hold your composure. This is a wonderful stock and it's doing wonderful things, okay? And then we've totally cleared all this here. We just knocked this over. When I was trading this stock, I said, I wonder if we're going to knock this over. I don't know. I'll just hold it long and see what happens. So, boom, knock this over, knock that over. It's a $1 billion industry, guys. $1 million industry. If you're here for the long term to do the right things, like Larry Hite said, time after time, year after year, this is a $1 billion industry. So get accustomed to making good bets. Bets like these. Okay? Wow, that's a wonderful stock. Yeesh. Take a look at Intelsat, another home run from the show. Got close to 19 and kind of buckled on itself. Did this close here? I'm wondering what the stock's going to do tomorrow and for the rest of the, rest of June. But I think we clear this. You guys been watching me. Here's another candle. Look, this stock does this. Really huge moves. Close. Higher highs on that. Really huge moves. Close. So look for a higher high above this. Look for higher highs above 19 and 20. Whew. I'm loving everything that we're doing here. This is all that awfulness that happened here today. Just awfulness. Jesus, this just looks horrible. But nonetheless, nothing but upside. Alright, so I think that we can get back. First, we got to get back over this. Okay, and then we got to start knocking more dominoes down. So just keep your eyes on I. A lot of upside still in the stock. This thing's not done yet. I've been showing you guys this whole time how the stock behaves, and it's like gaps down, goes up. Look, gaps down here, goes up, gaps down, goes up, gaps down. So look for continuation. As you can see, this area is the line of least resistance here. Right in this area. Alright? Right in this area. Alright? Man, that's a beautiful stock, guys. That's what, if you read Tom Basso, that's what surfing's all about. And Ed Psychota, it's going to be some whipsaw on this, and that develop that gut as a trader, man. Ride these waves out, alright? IRDM calls looking wonderful. I've got calls on IRDM. Alright? Really strong stock. Look for it to hold these prices and continue up. Alright? Look for it to hold at least 1530, 1550. It's sliding on this line really wonderfully. Hold this strength. Holding this strength. You've been seeing plenty of stocks. When they hold this strength on this show, the ones we've been watching, when they make these moves, here, making moves here, making moves here, holding this prices up, that's really good. So I got calls on this. I've got 15, I got 17 and 19 calls on this thing. Alright? So I'm looking for prices to hold. Alright? We'll close up with MNK and then business as usual, okay? Really strong stock here. I'm going to show you guys SVU before I get out of here, too. Really strong stock here, man. Whoa. Look for this thing to hold prices and continue. This is a strong stock. Can even set you a breakout above a buy stop order above 18 at 19. Boom, and catch that move. Wow. Alright, guys, so I'll see you guys back here. Sunday and Monday. We'll be ready for the week coming up. Alright? Trend following Tyson.